The following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
And hello, welcome to the Happiness Jungle. For those astute viewers, you'll notice that I'm probably not the person that you were thinking you were going to see today. My name is Debbie Adair. I am a motivational speaker and an interviewer, and I had the privilege of being on this wonderful show, meeting our wonderful regular host. I was so impressed that I said, would you allow me to interview you? So today we're going to flip the tables, and I'm going to have the privilege of introducing and welcoming and getting to know our real host, Lyn-Dee Eldridge. Oh, thank you so much for being on the show.
You know, this is wild. When somebody says to me, flip the table around, I'm like, let's do it, right? We're raw and we're real, so.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
First of all, I got to ask you, what is the Happiness Jungle?
It's where all happy people come to figure out how to get de-stressed. Simple.
That's it, huh?
That's it.
Well, I'll tell you, the minute I walked in here before, I was just feeling so happy, and I just said, what wonderful energy that you bring to the program. So you have been a motivational speaker, I understand, right?
I am. I'm a motivational speaker. Yeah.
An author?
An author several times over.
I know you've been an entrepreneur for a long time, and you just bring enthusiasm wherever you go.
Thanks.
So how did you come up with this idea?
Well, you know what? It's always been instilled in me. I came from the School of Hard Knocks.
I've been there. Have you? No, I've been there.
All right, and the reason that the Happiness Jungle is alive today and the entity was built, because when I graduate the School of Hard Knocks, which let me tell you, you don't stop graduating.
I know, it's like never ending.
It's an ongoing course for life. And every time I've accomplished another certification, it brought me to realize that I don't want to hang around depressed people. I want to help happy people find solutions to be de-stressed, because if I can do it, everybody can do it. And because I'm a product of the Happiness Jungle, I know how much value I could bring into people's lives. The Happiness Jungle was created.
Well, first of all, I got to say, I love the name, the Happiness Jungle. Yeah. What inspired you for that name?
Well, the fact of the matter is that when the Happiness Jungle entity was being created back in March of 2016, it was starting to come together with people, with masterminds. When you reach out and you ask for help, and you're asking for help in the right directions, other people start gathering in your control. So with that being said, I had the greatest opportunity to be introduced to now my marketer and my designer, Glendon Volmer from Pennsylvania. We've never even met face to face, right? And we masterminded when I was putting together a happiness entity. I was calling it another name. Of another name that I was known for, which was Happy Now, H-A-P-I-N-O-W. And he said to me, it's time to open up a new, fresh door. Let me look in my drawer of imagination and see if we could come up with something. And he pulled out the Happiness Jungle. Well, if you know me, you know that, number one, I am a tremendous animal lover. And I think the world is one hell of a jungle.
It certainly is.
And there comes a time in your life where when you start graduating the School of Hard Knocks, you realize that it's okay to go with somebody else's imagination and images.
Oh, sure.
Glendon shared with me the logo, the 3 leaves and the smile, and I wasn't all revved up about it. But I knew that in the place where I was in my life, with everything that was transforming, that I had no choice but to go with his vision, because he was brought to me as the obvious expert. And I said, Glendon, let's go with it. And 10 months later, if you look at happinessjungle.com, anything that, if you're looking for Happiness Jungle, that's my brand. YouTube, Facebook, all social media sites, happinessjungle.com. Look at all these beautiful things that are arising, and it's because I'm being able to collaborate and mastermind with people that have better insight of how to create things.
Aha.
Make sense?
Absolutely, absolutely.
And now, over the 10 months, I get to reach out to other fabulous women like you, Debbie, like you.
We had a chance meeting.
Yeah.
And we had met before.
Yeah.
And well, now we met a while ago, but it wasn't our time.
That's
now
right.
is our time.
Wow. So, Happiness Jungle Entity was born in March of 2016. And along the way, I could just tell you that it's very spiritual. It's not religious. It is spiritual beyond the word spiritual.
Well, I can just feel the energy now. I mean, the minute you walk into the studio, the minute you meet you, it's like, holy cow, this woman, I really want to get to know her. Because you have positive energy. I'm the speaker on positivity, but you have positive energy, and those are the people that I want to hang out with. So together, look out, right?
Look out. And when I throw things out in the universe of things that maybe I don't understand what's going on right now. What am I supposed to be doing? Am I supposed to stop? Give me a sign. And sure enough, there's that little ray of sunshine to say, oh, no, you're not done. You're not stopping this happiness jungle. You are the angel of happiness, and here's another sign. And here's what I love, and I want my audience, your audience today, your audience,
I share.
to always take something home and take away actively. Take your blinders off, and when you ask the universe for something, watch for them, because they come immediately and like a flash. So when you ask for something, acknowledge that it's coming and open up all these doors. And that's what I've done for the last 10 months.
Wow.
11 months, yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of people say, oh, I asked the universe, but I never heard a message. And I was like, you just missed it. It was there.
It was there.
It was there in the form of a person or something that you're reading or something. I don't know about you, but for me, I get things highlighted on the papers and things like that.
Weird. It's weird. It could happen to you in a grocery store. I mean,
absolutely.
But this is a learned curve. You know, if you've watched the movie The Secret, it gives you a great visual of the universe. But until you're open to receiving it, you don't feel it. You think you felt it. You think you said, hey, what's up? What are you bringing me? No. It's not about what are you bringing me. It's about, here I am. I'm bringing this. Should I keep going? How do I keep going? And all of a sudden.
Do you think that happiness and collaboration go hand in hand?
Happiness and collaboration within the right inner circles.
Yeah. I am a collaborator.
Yes.
By nature, I'm a collaborator. And that's how I learned to find true happiness, is because I love to work with the energies of other people, of other entities, of whatever, animals, the jungle. I love it. I just
unconditional love.
So what are some of the services that your company provides?
Well, what I absolutely thrive on, and I want to be very careful with how I share this, because you know, when you start a new entity, things change over the building of the entity. So let me share with you that I enjoy the stage presence, whether that is conventions, whether it's helping corporations, support groups, nonprofits, schools, any entity that is looking to thrive inside of their environment to bring more happiness into their world. Because my audience consists of many different people.
Right.
There are people in your audience that are negative, they think they're happy. They may not be hearing anything that I'm saying, right? But then there's somebody or somebody's in the audience, in the workforce, in the nonprofit community, in the couple community, the children community, that are saying, oh, I'm that person she's talking to. I could feel her. See, so I love to thrive and help people in all different ways. Stage presence is where I love to be, and here's why. I could reach hundreds, thousands, if not millions at one time.
Right.
And then they raise their hand and say, I want to be a happiness ambassador. I'm in. Because those are the people that I want to gravitate towards, the happy people.
And then do you train them to be happy and go out into the world too and,
We do.
and share their ambassadorship?
Absolutely, because as I travel and I take the happiness jungle on the road, watch for where the events are going to start happening. And here's the most beautiful part, is because there are people out there that genuinely want to be happy, and they are. They're my happiness ambassadors. And some of them desire to be part of whatever the seminar is that I'm bringing to their area, and they raise their hand and say, how can I help? And now they come and they're a part of the setup of the event, and I get to love them and reward them in a special green room. So there's lots of benefits to being a part of this happiness jungle. When I come to town, it's to bring it on. It's to bring it on. Yeah. My stage presence is, it's only powerful because my audience.
Right, you feed with the energy. I don't want to say you feed off the energy, you feed with the energy.
I feed with it.
You've all created together.
Yeah, and they keep me well grounded. I'm never better. We're the same. We're walking side by side. Let's kick ass. Yeah.
Wow.
Happy ass, yeah.
I can't wait to go to the Dex rally.
I know.
Ooh. Now, were you always a happy person?
You know, there's a book that I'm redoing right now, and it was my first book, Tears of Fears Behind Closed Doors. It's my story. It's now having a facelift for the Happiness Jungle, and it's coming into the second edition, which will be available very shortly. All of my books are available on Amazon.com. No, my behind the scenes was always dark and miserable and hurtful and harmful and abusive and chaotic and just wrong. But outside those doors, was I happy? Oh God, yes, because I loved being around people. So I learned how to learn from the School of Hard Knocks and bring on my presence outside of my doors. So my friends and my outside communities were my home and my family.
Okay, so you know what it's like to be sad and miserable.
I know what it's like to be everything. And everything about me, whether you read my books, whether you hear me speaking, one thing you could take home, I didn't learn it in college. These are all self-taught life experiences that I bring to you with phenomenal solutions of how to live your life happily.
That's the thing I would love to hear more about, the solutions. Like we have people that are listening, and their life hasn't gone the way they thought it was going to go. They really want to make some changes. So can you give them some suggestions on how they, I assume it's more than just waving your magic wand, because anything worthwhile is worth taking that effort. So what are some suggestions that you can give our viewers on if they're just kind of sad, how do they make those changes?
Okay, there's a few things. Number one, stop watching drama television.
Oh, I love it.
No more soap operas. Watch Ellen. And now, because we can watch her over and over, is that woman not fantastic?
She's so funny.
Ellen DeGeneres, I need to be on your show. That's one of the things that I'm dreaming about, because then we could really bring the happiness jungle to a whole nother orgasm, right? A happy orgasm. But so no more negative television. Start filling yourself with a lot of great personal affirmations. In today's world, if you can't get to the bookstore or the library, get on a computer. Somehow, some way, you could feed yourself with positive affirmations and start picking your mentors. Maybe they're me. Debbie, you're an author, you're a speaker, you're a shining star. How do they get in touch with you?
Well, this is not my show today, but ippw.org should be able to find you everything. It's in the presence of positive women, but it's ippw.org. And
thank you.
We hang out with, one of the things I always say is, hang out with people that are positive.
There we go.
So
that's number two. Positive affirmations, and choose your inner circles carefully and enjoy them. Start stepping out of your comfort zone and don't believe what other people are feeding you. And if you're angry at somebody, you're eating and drinking the poison, waiting for them to die, and you're the one that's getting all clumped inside. Makes no sense. So how about those three things? Stop drinking the poison and start drinking cranberry pomegranate juice Love it. Sparkling water, put some zest in it, right?
That's right.
Hang out with better people, fill yourself with good affirmation, and only watch positive, upbeat, funny programs. Those are three suggestions to start with.
Those are great suggestions.
Yeah.
Now, is there something that you could do, like physically? Do people? I'm a big take a walker. I
Ooh.
love to take walks. I take walks all the time, and I find that really helps make an attitude adjustment when I occasionally need it.
I love it. Yes. Exercise. Any way you could do it. I used to, the older I get, the more that I could appreciate a gym, okay? But I used to not be so keen about going to a gym. There's two things about that. Number one, now they make it more affordable, and a lot of times you're not signing any more contracts. And I'm going to give one out there for Planet Fitness, because for $10 a month, you have no more excuses.
Right.
Okay, that's number one. Number two, I love to dance.
This is something I did not know about you.
I love to dance. I'm not saying I'm a great dancer, but I love to dance. So, meetup.com. Go to meetup.com. It's a free social site that you get to interact with on a personal level as well. You put in, I talk about this all the time, put in your area, your loves, your interests, your likes, professional, personal, and it will tell you what's going on in a radius of the miles that you say you're willing to travel. For me, it's 50 miles. So if there is a country western line dance meetup that they're willing to teach line dancing, I don't care if you like country or not, okay? Or Zumba.
It's just fun.
Fun. Zumba, jazzercise. You're going to find out where these pockets of people are chilling out, and you could go and not feel like a misfit, but feel like you belong. So start dancing if that's what you want to do. Knitting, same thing. Whatever it is that you love to do, inner circle pockets of people that love to do what you do.
That sounds great. You know, the other thing I always say to people is when you go to events like this, I go places all by myself.
Yeah.
I can do that. I have no problem. But I used to, long ago, wished that somebody would come up and talk to me at an event like this. I just was at another event just yesterday where very few people came over to talk to me.
Right.
However, I know the secret. I go talk to them. So I don't have a problem with that. But that's what I always say. Whenever you get to an event, whatever it is, doesn't matter what it is, become the happiness ambassador right there, right?
Yes.
And don't wait to be asked to join in. You just join in and you ask people to, hey, would you like to come over to my table or sit at my bench or something like that. That's how happiness is an action thing.
It is such an action. And you know what the most beautiful part about it is that if you decide to go into and find new, you got to find new people in your life too. Okay? Love everybody that's in your life. Love them. But it's time to start finding new, exciting pockets of people that don't prejudge you, don't look at you the same way, you know. I mean, life is a journey, and enjoy every path.
Absolutely.
You know, so
I bet you're the one that has a lot of fun going just to the grocery store.
I have a lot of fun going every place. I do, because I don't care. I don't care.
I talk to everybody. My husband's like, what took you so long?
Yeah.
And I look at him and he goes, you were talking to somebody.
Right.
Yes, I was.
You know, it's funny. I carry around these red hearts.
They are adorable. You gave some. I actually gave away a couple that you had given me.
Did you really? That's amazing. And these red hearts, I've been giving away, as far as the last one who told me, it was 19 years ago. So these red hearts of mine have been given out for 19 years all over the world. And they're just like a good, like to inspire, just for people to realize that you got good heart. You'll get through whatever it is, you know. So this is my gem wherever I go. And I could be in the grocery store. I don't even have to have a conversation. If you've made me smile or I feel that there was something, I walked, it was wonderful. No, it wasn't crazy. It was wonderful. I got to experience very kindness in a grocery store where there was a gentleman in a wheelchair and he couldn't lift to reach an orange.
Right.
You know, and if he did, well, right? A little girl, maybe 6 years old, said, "Can I help you get an orange?"
Wow. Love it.
And the gentleman said, sure. He even backed up. He was so afraid that the oranges were just going to cave. And she said, I'll pick a special one for you. She squeezed it. She smelt it. She handed it to him.
Perfect.
I went over and I said, little sweetheart, after I asked the parents for permission. And I have hearts that are a little bigger, right?
Uh-huh.
And I said, you have to have this because you've got a great big heart. And she's like, oh, this is the best day ever. So we don't know whose hearts we're ever going to touch.
Nope.
And then I gave one to the gentleman in the wheelchair because he was able to understand the true meaning of gratitude and for people to be having kindness in their life. I wish there was a camera on me 24/7 sometimes because I can't make up some of this stuff and I can't recreate it.
I know.
You know, reality TV, come get me. Yeah.
That would be a fun show.
It would be a fun show.
The
I want an
happiness
RV.
jungle.
I got to get on the road.
Yes,
No flying.
I am
I'm jealous of you.
a RV chick. I like to fly too. You don't like to fly?
You know what? During this journey for the Happiness Jungle, I need a Class A RV. I want my bed. I want my closet. I want a good night's sleep because every place where we have to stop, whether it's for gas or food or fuel or whatever, I want everyone to say, the Happiness Jungle RV is pulling in. I want, because it's bringing everybody such joy and energy. It's not about me.
You know, the other part is they will not forget you. That's the piece.
Yeah.
When they meet you and it's a wonderful interaction and that's all fine and dandy. But for you, people will not be able to get you out of their head. Like you'll be there.
Yeah.
And next time that even if they try to feel negative, they won't be able to because your hearts, your face, your smile will pop into their head, and it's like you've waved your magic wand on them.
Well, you know what? You want to know what I found out yesterday?
What?
I'm a creative doodler.
Oh.
You know, it was crazy. I'm not going to go into great details, but I have a client and she was sharing with me her life. You know, and we sat there and we had a wonderful cup of coffee. We enjoyed a breakfast, and from eye to eye, she was sharing with me and she was asking, how can I? And when she was completely done sharing with me, I asked if I could have her permission, and out of the clear blue sky, I said, I'm going to grab a piece of paper and a pen. And I started to doodle everything that she shared with me. By the time that was over, Debbie, she looked at me, she said, that is the most beautiful picture I've ever seen. Can I take this with me and frame it? Because this tells me a lot, and it's inspiring from where I was to where I am, and all this stuff. And I said, well, no one's going to be able to make out what it is. She said, that's the best part.
She can.
She can.
She can.
So she said to me, you should doodle for people because this is private and professional, and it's happy, and it's secretive. So for anybody that's going, listen to this, for anybody that's going through a really rough patch and they're living with the person that's creating the rough patch, they could look at this scribble scrabble and say, what the hell does this mean? And the person that received it from you could say, it's my strength.
Wow. Sounds like a whole
it's crazy.
list of
it's crazy.
workshops to do
Yeah.
that you could lead.
Yeah. And that's what happens in the universe, Debbie. That's what the universe is bringing the Chief Happiness Officer for the Happiness Jungle. This is what I'm starting to learn. And that's why things have changed since the beginning of the entity until today. I want that RV in the worst way. Hey, if anybody wants to sponsor Tiffin, you want to sponsor the Happiness Jungle and the Chief Happiness Officer and get us going from one place to another so we could spread this happiness mantra, you would be greatly rewarded just because of the gratitude. Yeah?
Oh, sure.
And we'll shrink wrap that puppy. So that's my
other thing,
that's my wish.
Have you ever done this? Become a at a trade show.
Yeah.
People hire you to stand in their booth to bring happiness, and of course their product is there. That is a great market right there. That's what I thought for you.
I'm open to everything.
To whatever, from Band-Aids to
Boo-boos.
whatever.
Yeah.
To have the founder of the Happiness Jungle in their booth, there you go. That's a great market. And that's a great place for you and people that are having a trade show that you're saying, how am I going to get people into my booth? Hello, have the happiness jungle. That would be perfect.
Wow.
Because it's all positive energy, and nobody's going to forget where they were when they met you.
Appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, see, all these things. This is what like-minded people do. They feed off of one another. You are such a mentor of mine, Debbie. You are such an inspiration to me.
I bow back to you because I'm learning so much from you as well. And I think that's really the purpose of Mastermind, but that's the purpose of being happy.
Yeah.
Because being happy doesn't just fall in your lap.
Does not.
I mean, you have to actually do something. You have to pick it up. You have to say hello. You have to say yes. That's what I always say. Well, say yes to the possibilities. People have asked me long ago, I had a radio show. It terrified me. And I said, yes. And I did it. And it was like one of the greatest joys that I've ever had for live radio, TV, things like that. So when you asked me to be on your show, I said, yes. But then I knew I needed to interview you because the world needs to hear that. We've only got a couple more minutes. So is there anything special that you would like your audience to know?
I would like them to all to realize that no matter what they're going through today in their life, sorrow, happiness, or whatever, there is alternatives and there are great solutions. 110%. I am a product of the happiness jungle. And I thrive when people reach out to me because then I know that my mission here from the spiritual being, that I'm here and my purpose is being fulfilled.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, where do your information on how people can get a hold of you?
happinessjungle.com. Go to the blogs. They're a hoot. And there's messages behind each and every one of them.
Really?
And they're very uplifting and inspiring.
And do you have a membership?
You know what? The membership is being built.
Coming.
Everything is being built.
And the women's seminars are coming.
Oh, slumber parties
Slumber
that are going to start
parties,
happening
all right.
nationwide.
There
Our
you
first
go.
one is coming up, and it's starting in New Hampshire. The first annual Women's Slumber Party of Powerful Women. Woo!
Look, I don't think we're going to get a lot of sleep, though.
Oh, my God. We are going to have a great time.
Well, thank you so much for being on the show. I know it's your show. Thank you for the opportunity to interview you. My name is Debbie Adair. It has just been my privilege to be here to let you get to know the happiness jungle and I'm going to say Lyn-Dee Eldridge, who is just such a wonderful human being. Thank you so much, and we'll catch you next time.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.